What's going on YouTube? Welcome in, I'm LiboATM as always, and welcome into here. Welcome into here the channel. English good, speak well, look. Yeah, welcome to the channel. Welcome to another discussion video. It has been a hot minute since I uploaded. Things in my IRL day job have been nuts. So I haven't had a lot of free time to record and upload and edit and all that fun stuff. So yeah, took a little bit of a breather while things kind of went mental and then came back down again, and yeah, really glad to be back. So today I am going to be looking at the very decisive topic that is Boon Totems. So Boon Totems were announced in the developer update that was recently, and they went in to the player test build as part of the Hour of the Witch PTB. So basically, what we'll do is I'll fire up on screen the wee description that came out with the dev update. So basically, survivors will be able to bless a totem to change it to a Boon totem. These are blessings designed to offer comfort to the survivor team, a small safe haven. However, unlike a hex totem, the killer can also interact with a Boon totem and completely remove the associated blessing, once again turning it back into a dull totem. They will also be able to hear the Boon when in its range. Each survivor can only have one Boon totem active at a time. This Boon totem will combine the effects of all the equipped Boon perks. This will add some strategic decisions to survivors to make when it comes to interacting with totems. So basically, full new mechanic. Survivors can bless a totem rather than just cleanse it. The bless takes 14 seconds, I believe, and it takes the killer 2 seconds to snuff out a Boon totem. And they all have, obviously, depending on the perks you're on, much like hexes, you will have differing effects. So, taking a look at the two perks that were released with Michaela Reed, we have the Circle of Healing. So basically, when you bless a Boon totem, survivors inside the Boon totem's range benefit from an 100% healing speed bonus. Also unlocks the self-care ability to allow you to self-care without a med kit at 50% the normal speed. All benefits from the healing speed bonus, boosting the self-healing speed to 100%. The second one that came out is the Shadow Step. So same again, once you bless the totem, survivors inside the Boon totem's range benefit from the following effects. Scratch marks are suppressed and orders are hidden from the killer. Both effects linger for 4 seconds after leaving the Boon totem range. Also, just quickly to add to this, just at the time I've recorded it, the Dead by Daylight live stream Q&A is just finished, and they shared a couple of changes from the PTB for Boons. So Boon effects no longer stack, so the stacking healing bonus is no longer a thing. Blessing a hex totem now takes 24 seconds instead of 14 seconds, and the Boon radius is reduced to 24 meters instead of 28 meters, which in pure mathematical terms is overall like a 25% area decrease or something along those lines. So Boon totems, are they good, are they bad, are they indifferent? I really like them. I think, and again, I get a lot of shit for this all over the place, either on YouTube or on Twitch, for being overly positive about this game, and everyone likes to be very negative about this game, but I really like them. I think they're really good. I think the stream that's just ended gave an excellent insight into the thought process behind why and how they were designed, why they can be used infinite times, all that sort of stuff. And from the lead game designer Patrick, he was saying basically that they are not, unlike hex totems, they don't affect the core mechanics or the flow of a match. So yes, you'll get an increased healing speed, or yes, you'll be able to hide your scratch marks or your aura, but it's not going to increase gen repair speeds and make gen speeds faster. It's not going to, things like that, things that would help you win the game quicker. Whereas hex totems are the opposite. Like for example, Ruin just automatically regresses generators, which does change the flow of a game, which is why they're a once and done, high risk, high reward, and Boon totems are constant resources that you can rely on, but you have the added kind of decision making of, do I go out my way to find a totem and then bless it? So that's finding it, taking the time to bless it, and then if you're at the other end of the map, do you then travel to the other side where there's an active Boon to get the effects, or do you take your chances where you are, for example, etc, all that good stuff. So there's a lot of stuff. People like boons are broken, boons are OP, boons are going to be the new meta. Realistically, boons will be incredibly high use for the first few weeks, and then you'll see them sporadically. They're not going to break the meta in terms of a survivor build. They're just not. Like, there's a video I'm working on just now that once everything comes to live and I can make it, that's going to kind of look at that. So it's like, realistically, if you look at the ongoing meta just now, like, or even like most commonly used perks, you're looking at like your Dead Hard, Sprint Burst, Borrowed Time, Unbreakable, DS, Self Care. Even, you know, which of those perks would you take out of a build to put in a boon totem? You know, realistically, long term, probably none. You know what I mean? Like, and again, it's one of those ones as well. I hate to say it, but the way the community works as well is, like, if people realize that they're bringing in boon totems and no one else is, it's going to be, well, why am I doing this to provide benefit for the whole team when nobody else is bringing it, and I'm using a perk slot that I could be running Dead Hard? You know what I mean? That's just the way things work in Dead by Daylight. It's unfortunate that people think that way, but it is. So yeah, I don't think they're OP. I don't think they're broken. Yeah, everything you do to interact and get value out of a boon totem, unless you're just camping yourself within that range, you have to go out your way to get any benefit out of it. You have to come off objectives. You have to, you know, like, not do secondary objectives. You have to not be actively searching out your teammates to heal them or unhook them. You're going to be going out your way to go to a boon totem area to heal yourself or to evade a chase, all of which are counterproductive to what you're trying to do and get out. So if you're injured and you're at the other end of the map and you're on a generator, people, well, it happened on the PTB. People can say that that's not the case or that's not what will happen, but it happened on the PTB. I've physically experienced it. People who are injured at the other end of the map will leave the generator they're on to run the other end of the map just to be able to heal themselves. And if someone's running Rune Undying, that generator is now back at 0 and completely moot. You know what I mean? Finish the generator or stay on the generator, because that will get you out the trial, not running to the other end of the map to, you know, heal yourself or whatever. I think that they are incredibly unique, and I think that they will add a new aspect and a new dynamic to Dead by Daylight, much like Hexes did when they came in with Hag. But I just don't see them being this overwhelmingly huge problem. The only thing I probably would have changed out with what they've already, because my two things I've said since the PTB is reduce the range, because it seems like the range is fucking huge. I know it's not 20 meters in the grand scheme of certain maps, that isn't huge, but it just seemed huge. So they've already reduced the range on that, and then obviously they've slightly changed how it interacts with hexes. But I would have liked to see them do something different, because I find it a bit bad for killers that, like, you will lose one of your perks for the rest of the game, but a survivor in theory could bless it. You could snuff it out, but they can just continue to bless it. It doesn't seem like the most overly fair approach. I mean, they have kind of done something about it by making the bless time longer. So you need to kind of think. I think they said this exact example on the live stream. Do I take 14 seconds to just cleanse it and get rid of it, or do I take the extra time to bless it and get further use out of it? And again, obviously, longer time you spend on it, and if the killer's running something like Thrill of the Hunt and knows you're there, it's a long time to spend putting yourself in danger to change a hex into a boon. So I mean, they have done something. I just think that I don't know, like, especially like perks like Plaything and Noed that rely on dull totems. If all of the totems are either cleansed and the only ones remaining are booned, then it seems a bit crap that you don't get your perk. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not advocating Noed. If anyone's watched my content before, you know I'm not a fan of it. But yeah, it just feels a little bit bad. It feels that, like, you equip a perk that has a reliance on and a criteria that a dull totem will change to a hex totem, and technically not all of the totems are cleansed, and you don't get your perk. You know what I mean? Like, because you can snuff out a boon totem and make it dull again. Therefore, to me, that should then become a hex. But obviously, how difficult that is to code in terms of, like, what triggers the event and what like progresses that perk from inactive to active might be a bit more complex than what it is on face value. So that's probably the only thing I would have liked to see changed. But I don't get the hype. I know it probably hasn't helped, because it's obviously being a content creator and putting stuff up and putting your opinions and your findings out into the world. I think a lot of the negativity is, like, people put up videos like, look at this 1 second heal, or look at how often, look, I can get 17 full heals off in one match with boon tokens. You know what I mean? people see that and then automatically go, that perk's broken. How can people heal in 1 second? How can you heal yourself that many times throughout a match at that speed? It's ridiculous, you know what I mean? But like in real life examples, especially from my experience in PDB, it doesn't work out like that. Unless everyone's running boons and the best med kits with the best add-ons and happen to all be coordinated at the same time with someone who's, you know, there's too many if buts and wherefores. Like, yes, in a kill your friends controlled scenario, you can pull off a 1 second heal. In a public match, you're probably never ever going to get the chance to do that. So I think again it's another case of people have got a brief glimpse into things and have massively overreacted. But I'll probably do like a review or a follow up when it comes to live, just on the kind of my updated thoughts on it. But I honestly, like, I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be fun. I'm definitely going to have a lot of fun with it. I've already got like 6 or 7 video ideas that I want to put together around Boon Totems and things like that. So I can't wait for it to come to live on the 19th. So yeah, that's basically my take on Boon Totems. I would love to hear your thoughts on Boon Totems in the comments and anything like that. And as I said, I stream on Twitch. I'll be picking that back up now that work's kind of got a little bit more manageable. And I'd love for you to drop by at twitch.tv/LiboATM and give me your thoughts on Boon Totems. And just have a discussion about it, because like again, all of these videos, I say all the time, it's just my opinion. It's just one man's opinion, talking into the void. Like, everyone has their own opinions, everyone has the right to their own opinions and play the game how they want to play it. And people will, and some people will feel from their experiences on the PTB that it is broken and it is ridiculous. Just that wasn't my experience. So yeah, looking forward to hearing some feedback and some what you guys think of Boon Totems. And as I said, I'll pick up my future thoughts once it comes to live and got a chance to do a bit more experiments and do a bit more tests. But as always, I have been LiboATM. Thank you so much for dropping by. Thank you for bearing with me during my little few week hiatus because of work. It's really much appreciated. Please give us a like, please subscribe to the channel, and until I see you guys next time, peace.